Welcome back to East Texas Live. Judson's here. He's with Desert Door, and he's brought something that maybe a lot of us aren't familiar with. You kind of want to explain what we've got going on here?
Yeah, thanks, Olivia.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Longview. Now I live in Austin and co-founded this distillery, Desert Door. We make Sotol, and most folks don't know what Sotol is.
Yeah, just what is that?
I'll take a second to describe it. So this is the heart of the Sotol plant.
All right.
And for those viewers who have spent time in West Texas, the Sotol plant is all over the landscape in West Texas. So
it is super interesting.
Yeah, so this is the heart of the plant. It's got these beautiful long leaves that we cut off, leave them there in the desert, and we bring this heart back to our facility in Driftwood. We steam cook the hearts, and then we squeeze out the juice. We take that juice, we ferment it, make a mash, or basically a beer, and then we distill that. And then once it's done distilling, we put it in our bottle, and that's Desert Door Sotol.
There you go. Wow, very interesting. So how did you get involved in all this?
There's a really cool history to Sotol. So there's traces of human consumption of Sotol in what we now know as Texas, as far back as about 13,000 years. If you fast forward a little bit more, about 1,000 years ago, the Native Americans had learned how to ferment it. And they were making, we think, some kind of a beer with it at that point. Then the Spanish showed up a few hundred years later, taught the natives how to distill it. That's when tequila was born, that's when mezcal was born, and Sotol was born. But Sotol didn't get the spotlight that tequila did for various reasons. So over time it was sort of relegated to the hillbillies and the hill people in Texas and northern Mexico. So we're trying to bring it back. There were a couple of distilleries in Texas making Sotol before Prohibition. But once Prohibition happened, they shut down and never came back. So we're the only Sotol distillery in the United States today.
Wow, that is super interesting. Very neat. Why don't you tell it? Yeah, I know you want to do like a little demonstration.
Yeah,
here.
I'll give you
Why
a
don't
tasting.
we get into that?
And so this will be Olivia's first tasting of Sotol. So we'll see what she thinks. I'm going to join you because why not? So this is just neat. So this is 80 proof liquor, and it's very fresh. So the plants that this batch was made from were probably still growing in the ground 6 or 8 weeks ago.
Well, I'm not sure I can consume this on air, but it smells good. It smells really strong.
Oh, you can consume it on air. The Houston group consumed on air, and nobody complained.
I'm gonna let you can consume it on air. We'll let you do it.
Okay. So you can find it at Heritage Liquor in Longview, and hopefully soon will be available in Tyler.
It has almost like a tequila smell, kind of, to me.
Yeah, it sort of smells like and feels like the West Texas desert. So what I like to say is if you've driven through West Texas with the windows down, especially after a rain, there's that very distinct smell, and it's very much of the desert. That's what this tastes like. And so how does that translate to a cocktail? Well, really you can use it in anything that you would make a tequila cocktail with. So also any gin cocktail, Sotol can be a nice substitute for that. Far and away, the most popular cocktail that we've seen in restaurants that are now carrying Desert Door in Texas is the Paloma. So fresh grapefruit juice, little Desert Door, maybe some honey or some sweetener, and a little lime juice on top.
Well, very interesting. We just have a few seconds left. If people want to learn more or find your drink, where they can go?
Yeah, desertdoor.com is our website. We've got cocktail recipes, we've got some fun videos. Seth Meyers recently drank some on his show, so you can see his reaction, tasting Desert Door live. And lots of information on that website.
Well, cheers. Thanks for being on the show.
Cheers.
Thanks for showing everything off. Tell us about Sotol. Coming up after the break.